Thank you all for coming to the meeting today. I know how busy we all are. As you know, we're implementing a new system called Ceratec, hopefully in February. Before this can happen, all the data needs to be imported from the existing systems, which are MIAB and FMS, into a new format suitable for Ceratec. So there are no minutes of the previous meeting, as this is the first meeting. Everyone's in attendance and there are no apologies. Don, can you please give us a quick rundown of why this is required and exactly what is required?
Alright. Firstly, I just got feedback from, I'm arguing with you, the implementation date's probably not going to be until the end of February now. So, anyway, but what needs to happen, we've got two systems. We've currently got MIAB and FMS system. We will keep MIAB, but Ceratec will be replacing FMS. But Ceratec will converse with MIAB, but FMS doesn't converse with MIAB, therefore we have different name fields, etc. between FMS and MIAB. We have to fix that. We have to have an import spreadsheet ready for the new system in the format that they want. And they are four tables actually. There's customers, contacts, price list, and jobs, if we want jobs to go in as well. Alright? So their fields look nothing like what they are at present. The biggest problem we have is customers between FMS and MIAB. You want to discuss, you want to explain what you mean about the difference in customers?
Sure. Ceratec has basic fields. FMS and MIAB have a lot more. So we need to work out how to get the FMS and MIAB fields down to the same as Ceratec.
But the critical thing is the customer, it all goes by customer name. So the customer name that's in MIAB and FMS must match exactly, and the address and everything else, of course, as well.
Okay. Between the two of them, there's 16,011 customers on the listing. Okay, so with the two different listings, FMS and the MYOB listing, customer listings this is, in order to make them exactly the same, that's a huge listing to actually go through, and Ceratec doesn't have what we call address 2. So anything that's in address 2, like lock bags, if you've got a building name and then an address that goes with it as well, we put that into what we call address 2. Ceratec doesn't have that. So there's a lot of work that has to be done to take them all out of address 2 and put it into what we call address 1 in FMS and MYOB. So that's something that has to be manually done. I don't know how to automatically do that in a spreadsheet. If there's some sort of formula that anybody knows of that can do that.
Yeah, that's easy.
You can do that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we'll...
So what are we saying here? We've got street equals address 1.
That's right.
And address 2.
Address 1 and address 2, that's right. And we've also got line 3 in MIOB. In line 4, it actually has 4 of them. And so they all need to go into line 1.
Well, what's the difference? Hang on, where's suburb? Oh,
it's city.
And address line 1. I don't see.
Pretty sure when you press enter in the address field in MIAB, that's why you get line 2 and line 3. And you have enters in there.
So what is the correct? What would be the correct address if you wrote it on a
on an envelope? It would
be underneath each other.
Yeah.
So this one here, you're saying is.
It's
okay. You got 136 Queen Street Proprietary Limited. Care of. Next line, care of C.B. Richard Ellis. Next line, Queensland Rents Trust. Next line, lock bag 2003. next line, Archfield, Queensland, is that correct?
Yes. Whereas if you put it into Ceratec, it's going to look like 136 Queen Street Proprietary Limited. Then on the next line it's going to say care of C.B. Richard Ellis Proprietary Limited, comma, Queensland Rent Trust, comma, Lockbag 2003. Then it's going to say suburb Archfield. Or no comma or something, but there's going to have to be a space or something between them. Because that's, it only has the one street or one address location. So we need to merge these into these ones. So my question is, if this is not going to now be implemented until the end of February, when are we going to do this spreadsheet as a final? And from there, no matter what's done,
has to go into it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of work to be done in it, so you don't want to have
But any new ones? Because I've created one today from quotes.
Well, I was going to do this spreadsheet last weekend. That's why Don did it on the Friday afternoon for me, and I went to Townsville for the weekend. So that's why it didn't get done over the weekend. So now we've got from the 18th to the 24th, where there's been mega customers added that aren't on the spreadsheet. So I suggest we need to set a date for another weekend or some time where it can be done, and I won't be going away.
Yeah, and it'll have to be done in the spreadsheet as well as FMS until the new system's up.
Yes, you set one up, it's got to be copied into the other. Just absolute copy. Or, you know, it's got to be, okay, we do the spreadsheet as of this minute, we get somebody in to do this, or, you know, somebody's dedicated and sits aside and just does this, and anything from that minute on is copied from one to the other. Because they've got to match from that point. Is that correct?
Mm.
Yeah, from that point, once that spreadsheet's done, everything's got to match. Yeah?
Mm.
So if it's going to be end of February, let's make it first week of February or something like that we actually do this spreadsheet. Otherwise we're copying and pasting for a long time. And something's going to go wrong. The longer it goes on, the easier it is to make a mistake. Don't you think?
It doesn't matter because what I can do with that spreadsheet, I can import it back into FMS system.
Yep.
Right. I can actually import it back into MyOb as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So we don't need to worry about, honestly, we don't need to worry about FMS at all, full stop.
No, because we're not actually going to use it. What we need to do is make sure that this spreadsheet is right so that it can be uploaded back into MYOB.
That's right.
That's the one that needs to be right. But I'm saying, what about the customers that are in FMS at the moment
That don't use MyOb.
that aren't in MyOb, that won't be in MyOb because they're between the 18th and the 24th?
But they're also the ordering companies.
Yeah, but can't we just import all of that into MyOb?
We can, but then you're going to end up with a lot of doubles.
No, you have to make sure they're correct first.
Yeah.
And then all the extras get imported into MyOb.
Yeah,
So
well,
MyOb and Ceratec match.
okay.
So we don't have to then do a spreadsheet for them at all, because they will just import the customers directly out of MyOb.
So then technically Ceratec will have address 1, 2, 3.
So we're not going to have to worry about that. This is straight out of MyOb.
Yeah,
So MyOb has got these fields.
yeah,
So we're not really going to have to worry about that.
that's what I'm suggesting. Yeah. I'll confirm with them, yeah.
And confirm with them because that's going to make a lot of difference with that line.
Mm.
But I can tell you now that there's a lot of other things in here that don't match.
Mm.
Just with the way the customers are set up. This one here, for example, there's a lot of work in different customers like that. I don't know why that's happened with LJ Hooker, but it's been 3 times it's in there anyway. Don't know. Somebody set it up and set it up wrong, but I'd say many years ago probably.
Okay. Well, I can confirm that all they're doing is matching, linking to MyOb. So if I confirm that MyOb's correct,
Yep.
that's all we need. I can import into MyOb, but these fields have to match here then. And
Yep.
I'll just import from here into MyOb, right, where there's duplicates, where if we class MyOb as being the correct file,
Yeah.
right, and forget about what's in FMS, but you can't have duplicates, that's all I'm saying.